Hello guys, my name is Ariana Alcantara. I am university student. My ID is 217 2957, and I'm going to talk about the leader of the Little Mash Girl. The Little Mash Girl, okay. Tell us the title of the author's name and short information about the authors. The title is The Little Mash Girl by Hans Christian Andersen. He was born on April 2, 1805 and died on August 4, 1875 in Dageness. Was a Danish author, prolific writers of the plays, travel novels, poems. He is the best remembered for his faded stars. Andersen's faded stars, consisting of 175 histories across the 9 volumes, and translated into more than 125 languages, have become culturally embedded in the West collective consciousness, readily accessible to children, but pretending lesson of virtue, and resilience in the face of adversity for mature readers as well. Describe the background of the book. Here is the history of a poor young girl who saw matches in the street the last New Year Eve. It was snowing heavily, and he was several cold outside. The little poor girl walking alone in the darkness. She had an extra clothing to wear to cover outside, and she has no shoes. And that day she left home to sell matches on the street as usual. If I don't sell the matches, my family will not be able to buy the food, she said. And she saw a corner in the street and waiting for the customers to buy matches from her, but she was waiting for a long time and no one come to her. People are celebrating today, but here is nothing to eat at my house. God, please help me sell some mastics, she said. What is the city? The girl stays in the corner formed by 2 houses, projecting further out into the street, and sits down. What is the tone of the book? It is sad that the little mash girl can't go home, and she feels helpless, and you can't help the little girl when she is freezing cold. Who is telling the history? The history is narrated from a third person. On his omniscient perspective of the point of view switches between the narrator, the little girl, and the people who find her body. Describe the main characters. Isabella, the name character of the history of a poor young Danish girl who is dying alone and hypothermic on New Year Eve in the dark island without shoes or hat. Grandmother, the only person who treated Isabel with love and kindness, she died. And describe the plot, summarize the histories. A young girl is sent out by her impoverished parents to sell matches on the last eve of the last evening of the last evening in the year. She is beautiful, for she has lost her slippers. One of the simple gone missing, and the other one is stolen by her boy who says he will use it as a conqueror for his own future children. The end. What happened? To keep the visitor of her grandmother alive as long as possible, the girl lights the inner border of matches. When the matches are gone, the girl dies, and her grandmother carry her sword to heaven. The little girl dies from hypothermia. And the lesson, moral of the stories, is to behave charitable towards those who are less fortunate. This paid for her direct circumstances. The little girl dreams of work and food as she tried to earn money to her family. How many stars do you how many stars do you give to the book? What do you think? Do you like the book? I give 5 stars to the history. And I like the histories because she demonstrated that she was a stronger girl, and she was a poor girl, and she was a poor girl, and she was very hard worker. And that's it. Finishes. Goodbye.